I was in my office reviewing membership applications when my front desk manager, Maria, knocked on my door. Her face was tight with frustration. "Ms. Maya, we have a situation at the front desk." I looked up from my laptop. "What kind of situation?" "There's a woman claiming to be your boyfriend's girlfriend. She's demanding a free platinum membership. Says Jake promised it to her. She's refusing to pay and causing a scene." Jake, my fiancé, the man I'd been engaged to for 8 months, the co-owner of this gym, was apparently giving out free memberships to his girlfriend. I stood up, smoothed my blazer. "Let's go see what this is about." We walked to the front desk, and there she was, my cousin Jessica, the girl I'd grown up with, who I hadn't spoken to in 2 years after she tried to sabotage my last relationship. She was leaning against the counter, arms crossed, entitled smirk on her face. "Look, I already told you. Jake is my boyfriend. He owns this gym. Call him and he'll tell you I get free membership, platinum level, personal training included." I walked up behind Maria. "Jessica, what an unexpected surprise." She turned, saw me. Her smirk faltered for half a second, then returned. "Maya! Oh my God, I didn't know you worked here." "I don't work here. I own it. With Jake, my fiancé, who you claim is your boyfriend." And what happened next? She never saw it coming. If you've ever had a family member lie about knowing someone important for special treatment, stay with me until the end. Your support means everything to me. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Have you ever caught someone in a ridiculous lie? Let's talk about it. Now, back to my story. Let me give you some context. My name is Maya. I'm 29 years old. I co-own Elite Fitness and Wellness in downtown Chicago with my fiancé, Jake. Jake and I met 3 years ago at a business networking event. I was running a small boutique gym. He was looking to expand his personal training business. We talked, connected, realized we had the same vision for creating a high-end fitness space that felt like a community, not just a gym. We became business partners first, spent a year building Elite Fitness from the ground up, renovated an old warehouse, invested everything we had, created something special. The romantic relationship came later. Slowly, naturally. We were spending 80 hours a week together, late nights planning, early mornings setting up equipment. We fell in love somewhere between choosing paint colors and interviewing trainers. He proposed 6 months ago, small and private, just us on the rooftop of the gym after we'd closed for the night. No cameras, no social media announcement. We kept it quiet, professional. We were business owners first, couple second, which meant most people didn't know we were together. We kept our personal life separate from our business. Didn't make a big deal about it. Didn't need to. Jessica was my cousin on my mother's side. We'd grown up together, same neighborhood, same schools, same family gatherings. But Jessica had always been competitive, jealous, the kind of person who couldn't stand to see anyone else succeed, especially me. When I started my first gym 5 years ago, she told everyone it would fail. When it succeeded, she said I got lucky. When I met Jake and we started Elite Fitness, she said I was using him for his money. 2 years ago, I was dating someone. A nice guy named David. We'd been together for 6 months, getting serious. Then Jessica started texting him, flirting, sending photos, trying to create problems. David showed me the messages. We ended things, not because of her, but because the drama made us realize we weren't compatible. But I was done with Jessica after that. I cut her off, blocked her number, avoided family events where she'd be, told my mom I didn't want Jessica in my life anymore. And now, 2 years later, here she was, in my gym, claiming to be Jake's girlfriend, demanding free membership. The audacity was almost impressive. Jessica's face went from shocked to defensive. "Maya, I can explain." "You're going to explain how you're dating my fiancé? This should be good." "Fiancé? You're engaged to Jake? Since when?" 6 months ago, but we've been together for 2 years. We own this gym together, 50-50 partners, equal owners. So when you claim to be his girlfriend and demand free membership, you're lying to my face, in my own business. She straightened up, tried to recover. "I didn't know you two were together. He never mentioned—" "Why would he mention his personal life to you? How do you even know Jake? We met at a bar 3 weeks ago. We've been talking. He told me about this gym, said I should check it out. And you interpreted that as, I'm your boyfriend, have free membership? He was flirting with me. He gave me his card, said to come by any time. I pulled out my phone, texted Jake. Babe, can you come to the front desk? Someone claiming to be your girlfriend needs to talk to you. Maria was trying not to smile. The other staff members had gathered nearby, pretending to work, but clearly listening. 3 minutes later, Jake walked out from the training floor. 6'2", athletic build, wearing his elite fitness shirt. He saw me, smiled, then saw Jessica, frowned. Maya? What's going on? I gestured to Jessica. This is my cousin Jessica. She claims you're her boyfriend, that you promised her free platinum membership with personal training. Want to clarify? He looked at Jessica. Recognition flickered. You're the woman from Murphy's Bar, 3 weeks ago. You asked about the gym. Yes! See? We know each other. Jessica jumped in, desperate. I gave you a business card because you asked about membership rates. I give cards to everyone who asks. That's called marketing, not dating. But you were so friendly. You bought me a drink. I bought a round for a group of people at the bar. You were in that group. That's called being social, not flirting. You said I should come check out the gym. Yes, because you said you were looking for a new gym. I told you about our facilities, our rates, our trial week offer. That's called sales, not a relationship. Jessica's face was getting red. You're lying. You were definitely interested. Jake put his arm around me. This is Maya, my fiancée, my business partner, the woman I've been in love with for 2 years, the woman I proposed to 6 months ago, the woman I'm marrying next summer. Does that clarify the situation? I held up my left hand, showed Jessica the engagement ring, simple platinum band with a single diamond. This is what being someone's girlfriend actually looks like, Jessica. A ring, a relationship, not a business card from a bar. She stared at the ring. Reality was setting in. Her lie was exposed in front of staff and other gym members who'd been watching. I didn't know you two were together. He never said, because I don't announce my personal life to every person I meet at a bar, Jake said. I was being professional, friendly, trying to get new members. You created a fantasy in your head, then tried to use that fantasy to scam free membership. I wasn't scamming. You told my staff I was your boyfriend, that I'd promised you free membership. That's fraud. And if you're Maya's cousin, you knew exactly who I was, which makes this even worse. I stepped forward. Let me guess how this actually happened. You heard through the family that I was engaged. Maybe my mom mentioned Jake's name. You looked him up, found out he co-owns this gym, decided to track him down, went to places he might go. Accidentally ran into him at Murphy's Bar, started a conversation, got his business card, then twisted that interaction into a fake relationship so you could get free gym membership and maybe sabotage my relationship in the process. Jessica's silence confirmed everything. Jake's eyes widened. Wait, this was planned? You targeted me because you're Maya's cousin? She does this, I explained. 2 years ago, she tried to break up my last relationship, flirted with my boyfriend, sent him inappropriate messages, tried to create drama. This is her pattern. She can't stand to see me happy, so she tries to ruin it. That's not true, Jessica protested. I genuinely thought Jake was interested. I didn't know you two were engaged. You could have asked. You could have checked our business website, our social media. Instead, you showed up here, lied to my staff, claimed to be his girlfriend, and demanded thousands of dollars worth of free services. Maria spoke up quietly. For the record, platinum membership with personal training is $3,200 annually, plus enrollment fees. Total value about $3,500 for the year. Jessica paled. I wasn't trying to steal that much. You were trying to steal exactly that much, Jake corrected. You just didn't expect to get caught. I made a mistake. Can we just forget this happened? No, I said firmly. You don't get to lie about being engaged to my fiancé, try to defraud my business, and walk away like nothing happened. What are you going to do? Call the police? Over a misunderstanding? It's not a misunderstanding, it's fraud. But no, I'm not calling the police. I'm doing something better. I turned to Maria. Ban her from all elite fitness locations, permanently. Add her photo to our system. If she tries to enter any of our gyms, security removes her immediately. You can't ban me. That's discrimination. It's not discrimination. It's refusing service to someone who attempted fraud. We have the right to refuse service to anyone who lies to our staff or attempts to steal services. Jake added, and I'm calling Murphy's Bar. They should know someone's using their venue to target people for scams. This is insane. I didn't do anything illegal. You impersonated someone's girlfriend to obtain free services, I said slowly. That's fraud. We have security footage of you at the front desk, audio of you claiming Jake was your boyfriend. We could press charges, but instead, we're just banning you. Consider yourself lucky. Maria was already typing into the computer. Ban is in the system. All locations. Permanent. Jessica grabbed her purse. You're going to regret this. I'm telling the whole family. Your mom, your aunts, everyone. They'll know how you treated me. Go ahead, I said calmly. Tell them you went to my gym, lied about dating Jake, tried to get $3,500 worth of free services, and got caught. I'm sure they'll be very sympathetic. You always thought you were better than me. Just because you have a successful business, I don't think I'm better than you. I just have boundaries. And one of those boundaries is not tolerating people who lie to my staff and try to defraud my business. She looked at Jake one more time. You really chose her over me? He looked confused. There was never a choice. There was never anything. You're a stranger who asked about gym rates at a bar. Maya is the woman I love, the woman I'm building a life with. You were never an option. Jessica's face crumpled, not with sadness, with anger, pure, frustrated rage at not getting what she wanted. She turned and walked out. The automatic doors closed behind her. After she left, the lobby went quiet. Then one of our longtime members started clapping. Slowly, others joined in. That was the most epic thing I've ever seen, a woman on the treadmill called out. Jake looked at me. Are you okay? I'm fine, just annoyed. She really thought she could pull this off. How did you know it was planned? The part about her tracking me down? Because I know Jessica. She doesn't do anything by accident. She heard I was engaged, got your name, looked you up, found out where you might go, made it happen. That's how she operates. Maria shook her head. The audacity to come here, to your gym, and claim to be his girlfriend, right to our faces. She thought I wouldn't be here, I realized. She thought she'd deal with staff, get the free membership, then disappear before we found out. But you were here. But I was here. Jake squeezed my shoulder. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. With her. Not your fault. You gave her a business card. She created a fantasy. That's on her. Later that evening, after we closed the gym, Jake and I talked in my office. That was weird, he said. The whole thing. Has she always been like this? Since we were kids. Always competing. Always jealous. If I got something, she wanted it. If I succeeded, she tried to tear me down. I thought cutting her off 2 years ago would be the end of it. Why did you cut her off? I told him about David, about Jessica's messages, about the drama she'd created. So she has a history of going after your boyfriends. Yep. Which is why I knew today wasn't innocent. She saw I was engaged to someone successful, someone who owned a business, and she couldn't resist trying to ruin it. By pretending to be my girlfriend. And demanding free membership, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, cause problems in our relationship and get free gym access. She really thought that would work. She probably thought you'd be too polite to say no, that the staff would just give her what she wanted rather than cause a scene, that by the time we figured it out, she'd already have the membership and could claim it was a misunderstanding. But you were there. But I was there. He pulled me close. I love you, you know that? I know. I love you too. And for the record, I only give free memberships to one person, you, because you own the gym. I laughed. Good policy. That night, my phone started ringing. My mother. Maya, I just got off the phone with your Aunt Carol. What happened with Jessica today? Here we go. Jessica came to my gym, told my staff she was Jake's girlfriend, demanded free membership worth $3,500. I caught her in the lie, banned her. That's what happened. Jessica said you humiliated her in front of everyone. Jessica humiliated herself. She lied, got caught, faced consequences. She said Jake led her on, made her think they were dating. Jake gave her a business card at a bar 3 weeks ago. She's never even spoken to him outside that one conversation. There was no relationship. She made it up. Silence. Then, why would she make that up? Because she does this, Mom. She did it with David 2 years ago. She tried to break us up. Now she's trying to cause problems with Jake. It's a pattern. But family doesn't do that to family. Healthy family doesn't. But Jessica isn't healthy. She's jealous, competitive, and she tried to defraud my business. I banned her. End of story. Your aunt is very upset. She thinks you overreacted. Mom, Jessica claimed to be engaged to my fiancé to steal $3,500 worth of services. I could have called the police. Instead, I just banned her from the gym. That's not overreacting. That's being generous. More silence. She really said she was Jake's girlfriend? Yes, multiple times, to multiple staff members. It's on our security footage. Oh. Yeah, oh. I'll talk to Carol. Explain the situation. Thank you. And Mom, I love you, but I need you to understand something. I'm not tolerating Jessica's behavior anymore. Not 2 years ago with David, not today with Jake. If she tries this again, there will be consequences, real consequences. I understand. I'm sorry she put you in this position. Me too. 3 days later, I got a text from Aunt Carol. Maya, I'm so sorry about Jessica. I didn't know the full story. She told me you were being cruel. I didn't realize she'd lied about dating Jake. That's not okay. I'm talking to her about getting help. Please accept my apology. I texted back. Thank you. I appreciate that. The ban stands, but I hope Jessica gets the help she needs. The following week, one of our members approached me after a workout class. Hey Maya, I was here last week when that woman claimed to be Jake's girlfriend. I just wanted to say, you handled that perfectly. Calm, professional, but firm. As a woman business owner, it was inspiring to watch. I smiled. Thank you. That means a lot. I own a boutique downtown. I deal with entitled people all the time. Watching you stand your ground without being cruel, that was a masterclass. Just enforcing boundaries, something I should have done with Jessica years ago. Better late than never. 6 months later, Jake and I were planning our wedding. Small ceremony, close friends and family, nothing fancy, just us celebrating the next chapter. My mom asked the question I'd been expecting. Are you inviting Jessica? No. Your aunt will be there. It might be awkward. Aunt Carol understands. Jessica crossed a line, multiple lines. She's not invited. If that makes things awkward, people will survive. You're sure? Completely sure. The wedding was perfect. Intimate. Meaningful. No drama. No entitled cousins. No lies. During the reception, my Aunt Carol pulled me aside. Thank you for still inviting me, even though Jessica isn't here. You're not Jessica. You're my aunt. I love you. Her behavior doesn't change that. She's in therapy now. Real therapy. Working on her jealousy issues, her compulsive lying. It's hard, but she's trying. I'm glad. I genuinely am. But she's not welcome in my life right now. Maybe someday, but not now. I understand, and I respect that. 2 months after the wedding, I got a letter, handwritten, from Jessica. Maya, I've been in therapy for 8 months, working on myself, understanding why I do what I do, why I lie, why I compete with you, why I try to sabotage your relationships. My therapist says I have a lot of unresolved issues. Jealousy, low self-esteem, a need for external validation. I'm working on all of it. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm not asking to be unbanned from your gym. I'm just asking that you know I understand now. What I did was wrong. All of it. The thing with David, the thing with Jake, the lies, the manipulation. I own it. I'm sorry. I hope someday we can have a relationship again, but I understand if we can't. You deserve better than what I gave you. Jessica. I read it twice, showed it to Jake. What do you think? He asked. I think she's actually trying, which is more than I expected. Are you going to respond? Eventually, not right now. She needs to keep doing the work. Not for me, for herself. If she does, maybe we can rebuild something. But it'll take time. That's fair. I put the letter in a drawer. Maybe I'd respond in a few months, maybe a year, maybe never. But at least Jessica was finally being honest. That was a start. Today, Elite Fitness has 3 locations. We're expanding to a 4th next year. Our business is thriving. Our marriage is strong. We built something real, something we're proud of. People still occasionally try to scam free memberships, claim to know us, claim to be friends or family. But we have systems now. I'm Maya. I'm 29 years old. I co-own Elite Fitness and Wellness with my husband, Jake. 2 years ago, my cousin walked into my gym, claimed to be Jake's girlfriend, demanded $3,500 worth of free services, did it right to my face, in front of my staff. She didn't know I owned the gym, didn't know I was engaged to Jake, didn't know I was standing 10 feet away. I walked over, showed her my ring, banned her permanently, exposed her lies in front of everyone. She tried to turn the family against me, failed, eventually went to therapy, started working on herself. And me? I learned that boundaries aren't cruel, they're necessary, that standing your ground isn't mean, it's healthy, that family doesn't get a free pass to lie, manipulate, and sabotage. The ban stands, our business thrives, and when people ask if I ever regret how I handled it, I smile. Not even a little bit. She lied. I caught her. She faced consequences. That's how the real world works. That's the real power move. Not revenge, not drama, just clear boundaries and consequences, and the courage to enforce them, even when it's family, especially when it's family. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support truly means the world to me. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I love reading every single one of them. Each comment inspires me to keep creating stories for you. See you next time.